We're taking you into the news right now with the Fox 45 news feed. It's 11 a.m. The state of Maryland schools in the spotlight today. The changes the NAACP is calling on leaders to make. And Mayor Brandon Scott abruptly pulling the plug on an overseas trip, the film premiere that he is now backing out of. And as we head into another weekend, reminders about the city's youth curfew are being sent to residents, why some worry it's the wrong move. Fox 45 News Midday starts now.
Live from WBFF in Baltimore, this is Fox 45 News Midday.
Thanks so much for joining us for Fox 45 News Midday. I'm Shannon Lilly. The Maryland NAACP is calling today a historic moment. They are calling on public school leaders to come together to improve what it calls the critical status of African American students. As Olivia Dance shows us, the group is making the call at a conference that's happening right now.
The conference is happening today and tomorrow right here at the Maritime Conference Center, which is in Lithicum Heights. Now, the NAACP is calling on public school leaders to come together to improve what it calls, quote, the critical status of African-American students. Now, Fox 45 News spoke with Willie Flowers, the president of the state chapter of the NAACP, about the conference. Take a listen to what he said.
And the concern came out of years of challenges that come with African-American students being at the very bottom of everything. There should be some strategy to look at the front-end situations that create these challenges that students have in the public schools when it comes to test scores, when it comes to the details of how they interact with discipline issues, when it comes with who can be identified for special support, IEPs.
School leaders are invited to discuss solutions to a number of these issues impacting predominantly African-American students in Maryland public schools. In Baltimore City schools, student enrollment is 93% minority, and some of those issues mentioned by Flowers have been seen this year, including that 23 city schools had 0 students who took the state test score proficient in math. Flowers says these issues are not limited to any one district, though, so superintendents from all over the state have been asked to attend. And the Education Solutions Conference began at 9 this morning and will start at the same time tomorrow. Now, it runs until the afternoon, both days. For now, reporting in Lithicum Heights, I'm Olivia Dance, Fox 45 News, Midday.
All right, thanks, Olivia. Well, many of the Maryland NAACP's concerns are also cited in a lawsuit filed against Baltimore City schools that captured the attention of civil rights attorney Ben Crump. Crump joined the lawsuit in July of last year after it was filed by Baltimore residents Giovanni and Shawanda Patterson. The Pattersons claim the city is misusing tax dollars because students are not getting educated properly. In November of 2022, a judge denied the city's motion to dismiss the lawsuit, allowing the case to move forward. Well, Fox 45's Project Baltimore has been investigating problems within some public city schools for months. Earlier this year, they found 23 schools where 0 students among those tested are proficient in math. Graduation rates also dropping. Baltimore City hitting a 9-year low in the percentage of students graduating high school in 4 years. And the most recent data from the state shows 58% of city students are considered chronically absent. You can find all of Project Baltimore's past reporting into city schools on our website. That's foxbaltimore.com. As we look ahead to another weekend under the youth curfew, emergency phone calls are going out to residents. Take a listen.
Hey, Baltimore, as a reminder, curfew engagement is in effect from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. throughout the summer.
The messages are hitting landlines, cell phones, and text messages, all being sent through the city's emergency notification system to more than 500,000 residents. Some residents fear this massive curfew call could prompt many to ignore future emergency calls. The next round of calls is expected to come from the Baltimore City School District through its own notification system. And this brings us to our question of the day. Should the emergency alert system be used to send out curfew reminders? You can go to foxbaltimore.com/vote to weigh in. Developing now, Mayor Brandon Scott abruptly cancels an overseas trip just hours after Fox 45 News pressed his office for answers about that trip. Scott was scheduled to fly to the UK to take part in a documentary premiere highlighting his crime reduction strategy. It's called The Body Politic, a documentary set to debut at a film festival in England today. But last night, he suddenly canceled his plans, and it comes after Fox 45 News sent his office these questions, including: what days will the mayor be out of the country? Does he intend to have a viewing in Baltimore City? And if so, when? And finally, who's paying for this trip? Well, hours later, the mayor's office responded saying he will no longer be attending because of other pressing priorities. One critic calls Scott's move a political ploy. Take a listen.
What else would it be? With a mayor running for re-election in the next year or so, there's nothing about anything that he does that isn't political.
According to the festival's website, the documentary was filmed during the 2020 mayoral campaign in Scott's first year in office as he sought a holistic approach to reducing gun violence. An approach Mayor Scott has said has been successful, but Baltimore has seen over 300 homicides for the last 8 years in a row. The film's North American premiere will take place on Father's Day in Washington, D.C., but it's unclear if or when the film will make it here to Baltimore. Here's our look at today's top trending stories. Trending number 1. Later today, Governor Wes Moore is set to make an announcement about a transit project in West Baltimore. The governor's office is calling it a major project. We expect state and city leaders to join the governor for that announcement. It's happening at 3 this afternoon. You can watch it live at foxbaltimore.com. Trending number 2, Johns Hopkins University is revealing a global healthcare cyber attack hit their system in May. Now that's potentially putting the health and personal information of students, faculty, and staff, as well as dependents, at risk. We're told the breach happened May 31st, targeting a widely used file transfer software tool called MoveIt. Trending number 3, in Frederick County, officials unveiled the new flag design. It features the same colors as the Maryland state flag, with shapes designed to mimic a crossroads. The flag represents the county's diverse landscape, featuring vibrant towns and peaceful rural areas. It's designed to honor local traditions while looking ahead to the future. Trending number 4, in Anne Arundel County, a DoorDash driver is getting delivered a whole lot of dough this week. The 47-year-old woman bought a $1 million mega multiplier scratch-off and ended up with the top prize of $1 million. The Maryland Lottery says she purchased the $20 ticket at a 7-Eleven in Severn. Download the Fox 45 News app for up-to-the-minute traffic conditions, breaking news and weather anytime. You can just search WBFF right there in your app store. Still ahead, are you a spender or are you a saver? We'll share how a new report finds it could depend on your age. And new legislation is taking aim at TikTok and other foreign-made apps. The changes one bipartisan group wants to make without banning the apps altogether. And disgraced actor Bill Cosby is facing new accusations of sexual abuse. The legal action the new accusers are taking.
And if you're heading to see the O's take on the Blue Jays, you're in for a great afternoon. Temperatures reach the mid-80s with plenty of sunshine. Tomorrow, though, it looks different with storms in the forecast. I'll let you know what to expect coming up.
Fox 45 News, nominated for 26 2022 Regional Emmy Awards, more than all other local news stations combined.
Well, we are taking a look at your social stream now. In a newly filed federal lawsuit, 9 women are accusing disgraced actor Bill Cosby of drugging and sexually assaulting them. The women say the assaults happened between 1979 and 1992 in Las Vegas, Reno, and Lake Tahoe. Over the years, Cosby has been accused of rape, assault, and harassment by more than 60 women. You'll recall he spent nearly 3 years in prison for sex crimes before a higher court threw out the conviction and released him in 2021. So a lot of people talking online. This person says he should have been kept in prison. He did not deserve to get out. But another user here, if we can go back here, says just the opposite. I'm all for holding someone accountable, but this ship has sailed. Go on and live your life at this point. The Southern Baptist Convention votes to keep out churches with female pastors. Leaders are rejecting an appeal from 2 churches who asked to be reinstated. The convention can't tell congregations what to do, as Baptist churches are independent. So the official wording of an expulsion is that the church in question is, quote, not in friendly cooperation with the convention. So this user says, I do not agree with this interpretation of Scripture, but it is their church to do as they wish. And here's another one. If only the Southern Baptist Church was so vigilant against child abusers. Amid growing debate over the security of TikTok due to its ties to China, 5 senators are reintroducing a bill to block companies like TikTok from sending Americans' personal data to unfriendly countries. The bill would regulate companies without banning them outright. Previous attempts to address data transfers have seen backlash from civil liberties groups concerned about First Amendment rights. So this person says that we should just be giving citizens control over our data, including informed consent to opt in or out of controlling that data. But here's another one. I'm sure if this went into effect, a workaround will be found. I think he's probably right there. Well, still ahead, the state of our schools. A new survey is revealing how city teachers view their time in the classroom, the concerns that they are raising. And a startling new report finds youth suicides are happening at the highest rate in decades. We'll take a closer look at the numbers and the resources that are out there. Coming up at noon, it's Karamo. Then at 1, it's Sherry, followed by Hot Bench at 2. It's 11:13. You're watching Fox 45 News Midday. Well, we are back, and we are taking a live look over Towson. After a cooler start this morning, things are starting to warm up now. Meteorologist Jasmine Lomax will tell us when we could see another round of rain. That's coming up in about 5 minutes. Now to an education alert. A new report is revealing concern among local teachers. The nonprofit Fund for Educational Excellence surveyed about 200 current Baltimore City teachers. Some of the themes that came out include the continued impact of COVID on learning. Teachers also believe leaders are out of touch with their day-to-day activities and may call an expanding workload unsustainable. Baltimore County's Board of Education approves a new contract for Superintendent Dr. Miriam Yarbrough. She's taking over for Dr. Darrell Williams, who did not seek a second term. The new 4-year contract has Yarbrough earning $310,000 a year. Her tenure starts July 1st. The county is hosting a Meet the Superintendent event tonight. It starts at 6 at Newtown High School in Owings Mills. Happening today, the Manhattan DA is expected to formally announce an indictment against the former Marine who put a man into a deadly chokehold as they rode the New York City subway. Wednesday, a grand jury indicted Daniel Penny on a second-degree manslaughter charge for the death of Jordan Neely. Penny faces 5 to 15 years in prison if convicted. Now to a health alert. A startling new report from the CDC finds youth suicides and homicides are the highest they've been in decades. The analysis found in 2021 suicide and homicide were the second and third leading causes of death for children and young adults ages 10 to 24 in the U.S. The homicide rate for this age group was also the highest since 1997, while the suicide rate was the highest on record since 1968. If you or someone you know is struggling with suicidal thoughts, the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline offers services to talk with counselors. You can reach them by dialing 988 or chat online at 988lifeline.org. Coming up on the Fox 45 News at 4, the NAACP calling for change in Maryland schools. The latest from their meeting today after the group called the state's education of black kids unacceptable. Then at 5, the governor announcing a new public safety initiative, how millions of dollars are being spent to keep you safe, and why he says this plan will be different from those in the past. And at 6, a neighborhood getting ready to take legal action against BGE, the new controversy over gas meters in the area. You can get Fox 45 News in a flash through your Amazon Alexa or your Echo. We now deliver your local headlines and your forecast in less than 2 minutes. If you have an Amazon device, just tell it to enable Fox 45 Baltimore. Well, trending today, dogs may be a man's best friend, but it turns out your dog may need a friend too. New research suggests dogs who have other dog friends live long and healthier lives. But there is some bad news for kids and pets. The study found dogs who live in homes with children fared worse than those dogs that lived with only adults. Well, Mark Clark with Bmore Lifestyle is here now. Mark, I know you have dogs, right? You also have kids. Do you agree with this?
Well, I have Lady Bird Johnson and I have Gabby. And now here's the thing. They're two girls who want to be alphas, so they fight all the time. But I do agree that, you know, having, at one point we had 3 dogs.
Yep.
I think they do enjoy each other. Even though they fight, they still enjoy each other.
I'd be curious to know if there's a limit. You know, does 2 dogs benefit them, and then at 3 it's too much, or?
Right. Well, I think from a family, I think the crazy dog people, I think after 3 you probably fit into the crazy dog people category. Now you have 1 dog, right?
I have 1 dog, but I grew up in a family with 3 dogs, so I know what that's all about. Yeah. But you know what? I've been thinking about getting another dog, and after this,
you know, all these long hours, you're always doing reporting and anchoring and all stuff. Yeah, your buddy needs a friend.
I know, and this might have convinced me, Mark. I don't know. This could be dangerous.
Okay, awesome.
All right, thanks, Mark. Well, things here at home are dry today, but there are wild storms to our south, so we want to get over to meteorologist Jasmine Lomax for a look at that. Jasmine.
Thanks, Shannon. Yeah, this is coming from Arkansas, a video of hail from yesterday's storms, and there were several reports of the hail. Let's see if we can make this larger. There we go. You can see that falling in the water, just awful there. There was golf ball size hail, so large, damaging hail, along with tornadoes reported in parts of the deep south, and some areas still bracing for more severe weather today. Fortunately, we're nice and dry here in Maryland. We'll remain quiet today, but tomorrow we have our next chance for storms. Some of those could be strong. 75 currently, though, with plenty of sunshine over Baltimore. Temperatures are mainly in the 70s across the state. It feels great. Heading into the afternoon, those numbers quickly rise to the mid-80s. That's keeping us slightly above average. We'll have light winds out of the west. Overall, a gorgeous day for spending time outside. Not much happens through the afternoon, but overnight, more clouds arrive. Tomorrow, we get ready for that next weather maker. We'll start mostly dry for the morning, and it looks good for your commute. But as we head into the afternoon, we have the chance for showers and possible storms, all as our next cold front moves in. We do start to see the rain taper as we head past midnight, and we're looking at mostly dry conditions for Saturday. An isolated shower can't be ruled out, though. It looks great for Father's Day with nice and dry weather and warm temperatures. Then as we head into the upcoming week, we are looking at the chance for spotty showers every day. So we start with that unsettled pattern, but we really do need the rain. Looking at conditions across Maryland, most of us are now in a moderate drought, so any rain would be beneficial. Heading into the afternoon today, temperatures reach the mid-80s, keeping us above average. Then we're talking 84 tomorrow with the chance for showers and storms, possibly impacting Father's Day plans. But the rest of the weekend stays mostly dry with temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. We're looking at 87 on Juneteenth with a chance for a few showers, more rain on Tuesday and Wednesday. Then for the rest of the week, we stay mostly dry with temperatures in the mid-80s. Back to you.
This Fox 45 News segment is sponsored by Chime Medical Center.
Well, it is that time of year we celebrate Dad, and you could win extra spending money. Just grab your phone to scan this QR code for your chance to win a $100 Visa gift card. Play our Father's Day Pop Quiz Trivia Contest. Get the question right, and you could win that daily prize of a $100 Visa gift card. Again, scan the QR code to get the Father's Day Pop Quiz Trivia question of the day, and good luck to you. Still ahead, the online shopping experience is getting a makeover, all thanks to AI. And the FAA is rolling out new rules to increase security on airplanes. The changes manufacturers will have to make and how soon you're going to see them. It's 11:22. You're watching Fox 45 News Midday. Don't miss this. The FAA is rolling out new rules to beef up security on airplanes. Starting in 2025, all new planes will have to be built with a second barrier to protect pilots. That's in addition to the cockpit door. The barriers are like gates between the cockpit and passenger cabin. Crews can look at them whenever a pilot steps out during the flight, for instance, to use the restroom. A group of music publishers are suing Twitter for alleged copyright infringement. The National Music Publishers Association is accusing Twitter of using music on its site without permission. The lawsuit is seeking more than $250 million in damages for alleged copyright infringement of about 1,700 songs. Twitter is one of the only social media sites to not have any licensing arrangements for music. Well, it's time now for your lunch break. And if you're doing a little online shopping during your lunch break, consider this. A new Google feature is using AI to help shoppers see what clothes might look like on them. Users can choose from different types of models with different skin tones, ethnicities, and body shapes, ranging from extra small to 4XL. As of right now, the feature only works with women's tops from select brands. Google says men's tops and other clothing items will work on the feature later this year. Pretty cool. Well, that's all the time we have for Fox 45 News Midday. Bmore Lifestyle is up next, and Mark Clark is back to tell us what they're working on. Hey,
That's
Mark.
right, Shannon. It always feels like a treat ordering room service when you're on vacation, but you're probably never ordering anything as crazy as this. Coming up, hotels are sharing some of the more bizarre requests, and some are pretty shocking. Stick around for Bmore Lifestyle.
You're watching Fox 45 in Baltimore. Now live from TV Hill, this is Bmore Lifestyle.
And what's up, Baltimore? I'm Mark Clark, and this is Bmore Lifestyle live from Studio A at Fox Baltimore. Lady T is here.
Hey.
Author and business coach Dave Anderson, as well as meteorologist Jasmine Lomax. What's up, everybody? Let me tell you right now. Now, who doesn't love to go a little nuts when you're on vacation? Ordering some service, room service always feels like a little treat. Well, it turns out some people come up with some pretty strange requests. Hotels.com released its first ever room service report. Some of the more odd demands from guests include diet water, melted ice cream, a blowfish, a no egg white omelet, and a giant serving of bison. The report says one traveler even went as far as to bring his own raw fish to a hotel and ask for it to be cooked and served by room service. Okay.
Wow.
Dave, the business bully, you travel all the time. Do you have any weirdo habits like this, or have you heard any?
Well, yes, I actually like diet water, to be quite honest with you, Mark. And after losing over 200 some odd pounds, I've decided to go into my own business. So it's called drinkfatfreewater.com.
Well played, well played. Lady T, do you have any
weird requests?
Yes.
No, I've never had a weird request. I did request a toothbrush and toothpaste one time, and they said their toothbrushes come with the toothpaste already on it, and it was prepackaged. Okay. And I was like, oh, that's weird. I'm gonna just go down the street to Dollar Tree and get me a toothbrush. But these are some weird requests. Who is requesting bison out here? Go get it yourself.
I think it was one of our markets, like Colorado or somewhere.
Yeah, it's gotta be where they really love bison. It's gotta be Canada.
Bison tonight.
With a little curry.
Jan?
I mean, I have to say the no egg white omelet wasn't that crazy.
What is a no egg white omelet, Jasmine?
It's an omelet with just the yolk. But see, I'm the opposite. I don't like the yolk. So, I'd say
I get an egg white. I get an egg white one. I don't get the one with no yolk. That is insane.
Like, yo, give me straight up clogging of the artery.
Right.
All the cholesterol
Clog it up.
front.
That's right.
But the yolk is the taste, though.
It really contributes to your acid reflux, so you can't do it.
My man in the old days, me and David could relate. I can't be skinny man now. So when it comes to living large, baby boomers are at the top of the list. Meanwhile, younger Americans are struggling just to keep up. Data from Bank of America shows a significant gap in spending between older and younger generations, while baby boomers and the generation before them are spending their money on traveling and fancy restaurants. Gen X, Gen Z, and millennials are cutting back. Business bully, Dave, break it down for us quickly, because I know you got some insight into this.
So here's the thing that you have to keep in mind, Mark. The longer you live, the less expenses you have. Most people who are baby boomers have their houses paid off. They don't have any student loans debilitating them. We're broke over here, okay? I'm about to move to my mama's house in Arizona with my 2 kids and my wife and my 2 dogs because no. Absolutely not. I want to travel. I want to go to Iceland. I want to do water aerobics in Mahjong.
Who wants to go to Iceland? Ain't nobody out here trying to go to Iceland.
What you doing on these streets?
Listen, I'm trying to cut back, and I'm trying to place the cost on someone else is what I've been trying to do.
Okay,
so that I don't gotta, so that I don't have to pay for it. But Iceland is not a request. I'm not trying to go there. But yeah, I'm definitely trying to cut back. But we are literally broke. I can confirm those reports firsthand that we are broke out here.
Has $8,000 worth of jewelry on her neck right now.
Let me say, this is $24 on Amazon, y'all. It's not
Jazzy is the youngest on the couch.
Yes, girl.
What's your spending looking like?
I mean, don't get me wrong. I do try to spend on travel every now and then.
Yeah.
But, it's expensive out here. We've got inflation. We've got bills. The housing prices
Come on,
are
talk
crazy.
about it. And this is why we are in these streets.
Okay, we want you to tell me, are you a spender or a saver? Vote on our website, foxbaltimore.com/vote. When you get to the website, make sure you click on the lifestyle tab. You can also vote on our Fox 45 News app. At the end of the show, we'll see what everybody thinks, okay? Forget going to the gym. A wellness influencer is sharing how she accidentally lost 40 pounds. The biggest thing she claims is your mindset. She says she stopped obsessing about losing weight and ditched her strict diet. Instead, she focused on exercises that felt good and eating food that made her feel healthy and strong.
It sounded like she went to a twerk class.
As you mentioned, Dave, you've lost over 200 pounds. Are you buying this? She accidentally lost 40 pounds?
Well, yes, absolutely. I think myself thin every single day. Then I get up, go to the gym, and eat a salad and suck it up.
Oh, okay, there you go. Now, Jazz, we're not going to ask you because you don't even need me.
She said you don't even know. He said,
accidentally losing 40 pounds?
Because I'm in-house foodie. I don't see how she could have lost accidentally, so you weren't checking. Stop lying.
Right.
I feel like you putting on the front, but just be honest about it. You lost 40 pounds, congratulations, but don't be out here lying about it accidentally.
Well, you guys, we're going to see you later in the show. Dave, keep up the great work. And how can people reach you real quick?
You can always find me on Instagram at The Business Bully and businessbullyshow.com.
Appreciate you, brother. Still ahead, we're taking you behind the scenes. We'll go one-on-one with Fox 45's morning news anchor, our sis, Patrice Sanders. That's awesome. But first, saving money at the grocery store, we'll show you how to make your food last longer. Stick around.
You're watching Bmore Lifestyle.
Like everything at the store, bread and rolls are getting more expensive. Stacey Bell has found a way to extend the life of your bread and save you some bread. See what she's discovered in today's America Steals and Deals.
The following segment is sponsored by Gnocchi.
We really like a sandwich at our house for a snack on the go because we're always running around, but it is the worst when you go to grab the bread and it's stale and it's moldy. This Tupperware bread saver has really helped us out with that. It's so easy to use. It's lightweight. It's got this little divider in it, so you can put the divider in, and if different people in the house like different types of bread, one goes here, the other goes here, and then you just close it, and it's going to keep your bread fresh, and that's going to save you money because you don't want to throw away money. Groceries are so expensive right now. This works because it's got this little ventilation on the top, and it's just the right amount of air. Too much air makes the bread stale, and too little is going to create mold. So this gives you just the right amount. The other thing I like about it, if you have the kids or the grandkids over, like sometimes when we have family, I like to treat us to muffins or bagels. You can put these in a separate compartment. Even if you treat yourself to the good bagels, they stay fresh right there, and you just cover it, and it's got this really sleek look, and it looks good in any kitchen, and it's really lightweight to transport. With this price that you're getting, you could buy a couple and give these to friends as a gift. Right now, we're offering 25% off the Tupperware Bread Saver. This is really a good deal. It's gonna save you money in the long run. Head to asadeals.com for this exclusive offer.
I get the pleasure of working with her in the morning, and I remember when she first came to the market. I'm talking about our own Patrice Smith. Here's a package that shows you what she does behind the scenes and when she's away from the news desk.
I joke with people and say, you know, my hair couldn't take it being outside anymore. The alarm goes off at 1:30. I hit snooze for a couple minutes, and then I'm out of bed and at work at 3 a.m. I go in, I look over my stories, write some things up, get ready for my interviews, and then I head into the makeup room about half an hour before the show starts. Put on some makeup and do my hair, and within 5 minutes to go before I have to be on set, I'm usually switching out of my sweatpants into my clothes and then out to the set with about a minute to spare. Then from there, it is, you know, 5 hours, 5.5 hours of news. If you ask any of my friends, they would say it's just because I like to talk. But that's not the only answer. I actually like storytelling. I like to see the story come together. And I went to a performing arts high school, and they had a television production program as one of the different majors you could major in. And I thought that sounded interesting. In the performing arts school, we had a television channel that would go out throughout the county. And we would put on a weekly newscast. And from there, you know, I definitely knew that's what I wanted to do. So I wanted to come to Baltimore because I'm from Prince George's County. So my goal was to get back to this area. I had moved all around the country for television jobs. That's how it is when you start out. So I went from college and I worked in DC at Nightline for a little bit, and then I moved on to Boston. And then from there, I moved out to California for a couple of years. And then I got closer to home in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. And then when an opportunity came open here at Fox, I jumped on it. I had to drive through a snowstorm to get it. I was working in Pennsylvania, and I knew there was a snowstorm coming that day, but I also knew that there was a job opening and that the window for applying for it was about to close. So I got in my car, you know, drove what should have been just an hour commute, and in the middle of that, the snowstorm started. So it was a 7-hour journey to drive an hour from Pennsylvania to Baltimore and then back home to Pennsylvania. And by the time I got to the station, our news director at that time, Scott Livingston, met me at the door, and I was frazzled and it was pretty much, here's my tape. Oh. And I managed to get back in my car and drive hours through that snowstorm back. And it was like one of the apocalyptic snowstorms, one of those big ones. And I got a call a couple of days later that said, "We liked your tape." And I think he also liked that I risked life and limb to come bring it to him. So I got the job.
Make sure you watch Patrice and the Whole Morning Show, you know, every day right here on Fox 45 News. Look for more behind-the-scenes segments in the future. I don't know, Lady T might be coming up. Wait a minute. Actress Gabrielle Union is offering a glimpse into her private life with hubby Dwayne Wade, and Tyler Perry is making major headlines. The rumored first the movie mogul is said to be making. Coming up, she's going to spill the tea. Lady T's next. It's time to spill the tea with Lady T.
Hey, fellow tea sippers, what is up? All right, let's get started. So, we thought we had good news this week about Tyler Perry, but now we're not so sure. A media outlet announced that Tyler Perry officially owns BET. The congratulations were pouring in. Even Keke Palmer posted a video about it congratulating him, but Perry nor Viacom nor BET have made any comments confirming it. The original article has since been deleted. Now, what we do know is Tyler was in a bidding war for BET along with other big celebs like 50 Cent, Shaquille O'Neal, and Diddy, possibly throwing their names in the ring for the network. That's according to a Fox outlet in Atlanta. Now, if he did buy that network, then he would have made history as the first African-American media mogul to own two networks, VH1 and BET. Mark, BET's kind of playing hard to get. I don't know. Do you think Tyler snatched it up? What do you think about this?
What? I sent the cookies already. I sent the congratulations cookies.
You sent the cookies already. Now you got to get them back because we don't even know. Okay, I'm gonna work on confirmation. I got you guys. Okay.
Please do.
All right. Up next, Gabrielle Union and her hubby Dwayne Wade. They're stirring the pot, y'all. They're stirring it up. So the actress says she and her retired NBA player husband split everything 50-50. She said in a recent interview that their finances are split evenly and they both signed prenups. Dwayne Wade went on a podcast to explain what she actually meant. He told Shannon Sharp that there was one time he said something about it being my house that I paid for. And Gabby said, "You will never be able to say that to me again." So she said, "I got half on it now." Union and Wade have been married since August of 2014. It sparked a major debate online, y'all, and airwaves. People are divided about whether the man should be paying for everything or the wife and hubby should be splitting it. Mark, you already know what I'm going to say. Take care of me, you know.
No, she's right.
You have to have your own, right?
When he said what he said, she had to protect herself.
She had to protect herself, and I think that's what she was doing. So, she has to feel safe. I totally get it. All right, up next, because the tea keeps pouring. All right, so who will be the next host of the Wheel of Fortune, y'all? That's the question everybody is asking. Well, TMZ says it might be Ryan Seacrest. Pat Sajak announced his retirement earlier this week. Since then, many have been speculating about the job and who's going to fill those big wheel spinning shoes, right? So TMZ says Seacrest spoke to Sony about the possibility, but the discussions are still in the early stages. Mark, I think he's a great option. I also like the Steve Harvey option, but there's like no time for laughs in between with Wheel of Fortune, but I think it should be somebody with a mustache. That needs to be a requirement.
No, it has to be you, Lady T. Why would we give them?
Oh my gosh! Well, you know what? I could turn the letters. I feel like I'd be great at turning the letters. Can you see it?
As a job.
Yes. Okay. Well, I'm gonna apply for the job, and I'll let you know if I get it. Okay. That's it for the tea for today. Now y'all know what to do at home. Y'all gotta go sip on all that tea.
Oh, Lady T.
This Fox 45 News segment is sponsored by Chime Medical Center.
It's that time of year we celebrate Dad, and you could win extra spending money. Grab your phone to scan this QR code for your chance to win a $100 Visa gift card. Play your Father's Day Pop Quiz Trivia Contest. Get the question right, and you could win the daily prize of a $100 Visa gift card. Again, scan the QR code. Get the Father's Day Pop Quiz Trivia question of the day. Good luck. A nice, dry, and calm day here at home, but as meteorologist Jasmine Lomax shows us, parts of Canada are seeing tornadoes. What's going on, Jazz?
Yeah, that's right, Mark. We're not the only ones that get tornadoes here in the U.S. It's not just the Midwest, but tornadoes can happen anywhere. This is coming in from Alberta. A storm yesterday, and just massive. That tornado on the ground led to some damage in parts of Canada. But the good news is that there really isn't that much, not many homes around this tornado. So there was that tornado outbreak, but it wasn't as bad as it could have been. Parts of the country are still dealing with severe weather, mainly parts of the deep south. Here we're nice and dry, and we stay that way today. But tomorrow we have the chance for showers and storms. 75 currently with plenty of sunshine and light winds. We've got temperatures mainly in the 70s with plenty of sunshine across the state. Setting up for a gorgeous afternoon as our temperatures reach the mid-80s. That's going to keep us slightly above average. Enjoy the nice weather today because tomorrow we've got the storms. We stay nice and quiet this afternoon, then overnight more clouds arrive. We'll start the day with mostly dry weather, but as we get closer to noon, showers and storms move in all ahead of our next cold front. This does unfortunately continue into the evening. There could be impacts to your commute, but shortly after midnight, the rain tapers, and we're looking at mostly dry conditions for your Saturday. Father's Day will also be nice and dry. Then as we head into the rest of the week, We're looking at an unsettled pattern with at least spotty showers possible every single day. The rain is much needed, though, as now most of Maryland under a moderate drought, so still dealing with those mostly dry conditions. As we head into the afternoon today, temperatures reach the mid-80s. Then tomorrow, 84 with a chance for showers and storms. The rest of Father's Day weekend, though, looks great with mostly dry weather. Plenty of sunshine on Father's Day and highs around 87. Then as we head into Juneteenth, 87 again with another chance for spotty showers. More rain and temperatures in the low 80s on Tuesday. Temperatures in the 70s on Wednesday. Then we're back to the 80s with more rain to finish the week. Back to you.
This Bmore Lifestyle segment is sponsored by Dermatology and Advanced Skincare.
Dermatology and Advanced Skincare is one of the most complete medical skincare practices in the region. Located near Columbia, Dr. Smitha Kopali and Nicholas Girardi are here to share with you what dermatology and advanced skin can do for you. Welcome to the show, you guys.
Thank you very much. I'm excited to be here. Thanks so much.
Can you tell me about some of the services you all offer at your office?
We get to provide general medical dermatology, which is the evaluation of skin lesions, rashes, but we also provide cosmetic procedures and surgeries. So we have facial rejuvenation, neurotoxins, fillers, microneedling, peels.
What are some of the things that you both love about your job?
Dermatology allows us to do just a variety of different things for people that they may want, whether it's treating their skin cancer, but also their surgical and cosmetic needs. So it's that range and variety of things that we can do that I think really makes me excited about dermatology.
We get to make people feel better about their skin by providing reassurance or skin education and then giving them treatment options for their concerns.
And we heard you guys just finished building a brand new space. Congratulations on that. Can you tell me a little bit more about it?
It's beautiful. It's larger than what we have now. It's brand new, and we're going to be able to expand and grow our practice for our patients for many years to come. So we're looking forward to that, and it's very exciting for us.
Excellent.
And I also just wanted to mention, along with our new space, we hired a new provider here at the office. His name is Dr. Kane, and he has about 20 to 30 years of plastic surgery experience. And so we wanted him to join us because it sort of complements what Dr. Kopali and I do best, which is, the complex medical dermatology piece. And Dr. Kane really kind of makes our practice well-rounded and provides services on the cosmetic portion of what we do.
Excellent. So you guys are expanding your services. That's great.
Exactly.
What does the future of dermatology and advanced skincare look like to you both?
Well, we're looking forward to, growing our practice, like Dr. Girardi says, hopefully meeting all the needs for our patients, their concerns, and being able to provide both the medical dermatology component and the cosmetic. And so we look forward to seeing everyone there.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay. All right. So where can our viewers go for more information?
So you can text us or call us at 410-203-0607 or our website at hocoderm.com.
Thank you guys so much for joining us today.
Thanks so much for having us. We appreciate it.
All right.
Still ahead, are you a spender or a saver? A new report finds it could depend on your age. We'll see what you're saying about it coming up. When it comes to living large, baby boomers are at the top of the list. Meanwhile, younger Americans are struggling just to keep up. Data from the Bank of America shows a significant gap in spending between older and younger generations, while baby boomers and the generation before them are spending their money on traveling and fancy restaurants. Gen X, Gen Z, and millennials are cutting back. And we wanted you to tell it. Are you a spender or a saver right now? Most of you are saying a mix of both, okay? Great show lined up for tomorrow. Father's Day is this Sunday. Do you have your gift for dad yet? If you're still looking, careful what you pick. Coming up on Friday's show, we'll share the common gifts dads say they don't actually like.
Find out how to have your business featured on Bmore Lifestyle. Email us at bmorelifestyletv@foxbaltimore.com.
And thank you for inviting us into your home. Make sure you follow Bmore Lifestyle on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. We'll see you tomorrow.